guys, hello. It's Dr. Nicole, your master coach and success strategist. I see that we are making an audience. Yay, making an audience. Hello, everybody. Again, it's Dr. Nicole, your master coach and success strategist. It is Tuesday night for our Tuesday night Facebook Live conversation. And I'm really happy to be here. I see some people coming in. Yes, indeed. Come on in. You guys, if you are not following us on Facebook or you are not connecting with us in our Facebook group, hey, Miss Jody in Jamaica. Hey, Arlene. You got to do that at Ask Dr. Nicole or all of our social media platforms. You've got to join us. Tonight, we are going to be talking about an interesting topic, and we're not even going to stay on it too long. You're going to get it real quick, and you're going to make some notes and be like, dang, okay, all right, I got it. I got to think about this and see where I'm going to make some changes. So we're talking about procrastination and indecision. The title of tonight's talk is, Are You Married to Procrastination? Hey, Andrea. And are you having an affair with indecision? So some of this conversation has come from work that I've done with a lot of clients that are like, you know, this procrastination thing is for real. And as much as I think that I know I shouldn't do certain things and I shouldn't take a long time, you know, on one particular topic, I am stuck. I'm stuck. Hey, Andrea, I'm stuck. And I procrastinate a lot, Dr. Nicole. Like, I know I'm supposed to get something done and I will hold off to the last minute. I push it off. And I don't know why I do that, and I don't know how to stop, and the list goes on and on. So I want to offer you some opportunities to really rethink this procrastination thing. So first and foremost, you guys, many people, hey, April, are you the queen? Oh, April, you have competition. A lot of people think they are the queen, okay? So first and foremost, a lot of people think money is the number one commodity. You'll hear people talk about wanting more money, needing more money, wishing they had more money. If they had more money, what would they do? Well, the number one commodity is not money, you guys. It's time. It's time. And the reason it's T-I-M-E, time, is because you can't get time back. Once it's gone, it's gone. Whatever was 5 minutes ago when I started this Facebook Live a couple minutes ago, that's gone, and it's gone forever. We don't get to make any more of it, and we can't get back what's behind us. Money, people make money, lose money, make more money all the time. So therefore, that is not your most precious commodity. It's time. So the first thing that's interesting about this conversation about procrastination is how much time it uses. Like, deciding to put something off over and over and over again, and you're pushing it to the side and you're putting it over there and you're pushing it into next week, and you're going to think about it for 15 minutes and then you're going to come back to it, and you're going to do that like 6-7 times. The amount of time that you're wasting, it's like insane. But you already know that. So here's the part that I hope you will connect to. It's not that you don't know that time is passing when you procrastinate. But what I found is that a lot of people have not connected to the fact that once they procrastinate on something, the decision still needs to be made. So not only do you lose time, but you don't gain any benefit, because the decision that you're trying to push off, because it's usually a decision to do something, to not do something. Do I go right? Do I go left? Do I stand still? What do I do? All of that, you still end up having to make a decision. So the procrastination does not absolve you or move you out of the position to have to make a decision. Now, some of you think you're smart. You think you're slick. You're like, Dr. Nicole, what if I just don't make a decision? Here's what I want you to consider. There is no such thing as not making a decision, you guys. There really isn't. There is a decision or a non-decision that's a decision by default. Let me explain. So you decide you're not going to make a decision. Time is passing by. Things are moving. Things are evolving. Decisions are being made without you. Things are moving without you. And most of the time, they're not moving on your behalf because you have not engaged in the process of the decision that needs to be made. Now, that is not the same as being still. That is not the same as slowing everything down, listening to what God is telling you to do so that you make the most informed decision based on alignment with spirit. And you guys, that's not the same thing as continuously putting things off and putting things off. So let's talk about what procrastination is for most people most of the time. For most people, it is an inability to make a decision because what you're being asked to do in that moment either doesn't give you the energy that you want, or what you're being asked to do in that moment may be a decision that you're not sure you can get right. Why do I say that? Yes, procrastination can be connected to many different things, many fears and things. But for the most part, what I found is that those are the two that kind of stick with people. I don't want to make the wrong decision, or I don't want to do this because it doesn't give me any energy. I don't want to do this now. I'd rather do something else now. Here's the interesting thing about it, you guys. Like I said, an indecisiveness will waste your time, eat your time, and give you nothing to show for it, because every time you make a decision, you guys, if the decision is not exactly what you thought it was going to result in, guess what? As long as you're still alive, most of the time you can make another decision. You can make another decision. You can make another decision. So I was talking to a client about that, and we were talking about cheese in the grocery store. I know it's funny, but we were talking about cheese in the grocery store and how long, if you're a person that is really good, hi Kimberlyn, if you're really good at procrastinating and that's what you do, how long you can stand in the aisle at the grocery store and decide, should I do cheddar? Should I do sharp cheddar? Should I do Munster? Should I do Brie? I mean, like, you're invested in this decision that really you should have a marker. You should have a beginning and end time. I'm only going to spend 3 minutes on this decision about cheese. I'm not going to stand here for 15 minutes, 20 minutes in an indecisive space about something that if I change my mind next week, I can buy another kind. I can make another choice. But what indecision tries to do is it tries to convince you to hang out with it for a really long time so that you won't have regret. Hey, Stephanie, so that you won't have regret. But here's the thing, you guys. We're all taking this thing called life and the unknown one decision, one moment at a time. So you do the best that you can with the information and the data and the maturity and the understanding that you have in this moment. You do the best with what you have in this moment. And then you support your decision. You do the best with what you've got in this moment. You make a decision. Make a decision. Make one. And then you support the decision that you've made. Now, that doesn't mean, you guys, that sometimes we don't have to change our decision. But changing a decision is really different than not making a decision. Because as time is moving forward, decisions are being made for you if you are not engaging in writing the narrative of your own circumstance. So your decisions, in part, are helping you write the narrative that other people experience in relation to you. So when you procrastinate, the only thing you're doing is straight up giving away your greatest commodity. And trust me, everybody wishes they had more time. I've never talked to a person that said, I wish I didn't have this much time. I wish I could just give the time away and nobody would care that I just gave my time away because I have control of it. No, because we don't have control of it like that. And time will fly like the fastest bird if you don't take control of the decisions that are connected to where your time goes. So this one is really about, what are you going to do? What are you going to do differently about some of the decisions that keep coming upon you that are vying for your attention? And how much time are you going to be willing to spend procrastinating versus giving yourself some parameters and boundaries to be able to say, okay, we've got this amount of time. This is how much time we're going to spend on this. No more than that. And by then, based on the data we have, based on the prayer that has been put out there, based on what God is saying, based on all of these different parameters that I've used to collect enough data to make this decision, by golly, I'm going to make a decision. I'm going to make a decision. And then, if for whatever reason I see that there's a better decision to be made, I will investigate then if the opportunity will avail for me to do something else. But can I give you a little tip? Most people, their greatest regret, you guys, is not making a decision. That's their greatest regret, is not making a decision. Letting decisions just happen around them as if it's not their life, as if they don't have the pen that's writing the narrative, as if they are not informed enough in their own life to make sound decisions. It's the things that they didn't do, the things that they didn't decide, that cause a lot of people the most regret. So, my hope for you from this Facebook Live tonight, share it with your friends. Come check us out in our community at Ask Dr. Nicole, is that you will look around, look at the things that you have been procrastinating about. Look at the decisions that you've been trying to buy some time to make the right decision. And as a result, you've just been giving time away, pushing for a default decision, one that you're not vested in and you've not been present in and you've not helped to make. Look at those things and make a decision tonight. Here are the 4 things that I've been procrastinating about. Am I going to do them? Or am I going to decide not to do them, take them off the plate, and keep moving? But I'm not going to stay in this straddle. I'm not going to stay in this split decision where I've got one foot pointing that way, the other foot pointing this way, and I'm wondering why I'm not getting anywhere. And instead of always being caught up in this conversation of whether or not what I'm going to do is right, is it going to be right? Is it going to be right? It's got to be perfect. It's got to be right. Trust your gut, make a decision, and then pray for grace that if it's not exactly the most optimal, that God will give you another opportunity to learn and get it right the next time. You'll be surprised how good God is. He'll hook you up. I know for a fact He will hook you up and give you another opportunity, not just a second chance, but another chance. But you gotta move, okay? All right, I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Love you. Bye. Share it with everybody and make a move. All right.